Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're out in the gun room taking a look at one of the AIM SSTAT triggers. I'm going to give those guys a huge shout out for sending us this trigger for review. As most of you guys know, I like, quality, value-minded accessories here at the Hide. Like most, we don't have tons and tons of money to drop on, accessories for our guns and stuff. So every dollar that we can get the most out of, is a definite plus in my book. And I really think the AIM triggers deliver that value. These triggers here, this particular one is their nickel Teflon limited edition trigger. This is a single stage trigger with a 3.5 pound break. And I have to say, just initial impressions, taking it out of the package, it is slick, fellas. This is a nice unit. The one thing I will recommend, and I have with all drop-in units, is you really should look into and you really should run anti-walk pins with these. This is going to be set up for the .154 pins. You can pick up a set of those at AIM Surplus also. Relatively inexpensive, and it just keeps everything nice, snug, and locked in. But I definitely can't wait to see if this offers any improvement over a stock trigger. So let's get this thing mounted into a gun here and see what it does. Alright guys, we've got the PSA Palmetto State Armory 6.5 Grendel pistol out on the bench. So that's what we're going to use for our donor gun for our AIM Surplus SSTAT trigger. I just wanted to get a baseline kind of measurement on our factory trigger pull. Something to kind of compare against our AIM Surplus trigger here. So I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to get this thing installed. You guys have seen these installed 100 times, so you don't need me to do it again. But I'm going to be using a set of anti-walk pins as I recommended in the entry part of the video here, and then we'll take another measurement and see how good we do and take it back to the range and see what kind of results we can get with it. But just starting out here, again, the gun is completely clear, no ammo, so we got her charged here. Let's zero out our Wheeler scale. And so we've got, it looks like roughly a little over 6 pounds, which being a mil-spec trigger, that's about what you would expect. That doesn't really surprise me much. So I'm hoping with the addition of this AIM Surplus trigger here, we can shrink those groups down with this as well. So cannot wait to check it out. Alright guys, we got the AIM Surplus SSTAT trigger in. Got it installed here in our lower. Let's take a measurement on the trigger itself. AIM claims this to be at 3.5 pound pull weight. So we are going to find out. Again, the gun is clear. So we are going to make a pull here. Now I have to say, just overall impressions, it feels pretty darn light, I'm not going to lie. So try and get it about midways of the blade here. That one right at about 4 pounds. Let's try it again. Reset it, set the gauge. And depending on where you pull on a blade, it can be different as well. But alright, that one right there, a little less than 4 pounds. We'll try it one more time here. Get it kind of a 3-pull baseline. See, that one was just a little over 3 pounds. So I'd say 3.5 pounds is probably spot on for their advertisement. So let's get this thing back to the Hide and see how it shoots. Alright guys, we've got the Palmetto State Armory 6.5 Grendel 12-inch pistol kit out here on the bench. We've got our AIM Surplus trigger mounted. We're going to take the same 5-shot groups with the same 4 loads that we did in the original review video of this pistol and see if this trigger makes any kind of a difference. I got a sneaking feeling that it probably will. Just coming back here, setting it on the bench and pulling the trigger a few times, it is a heck of a lot slicker than that mil-spec unit. So let's take some shots and see what we get here. We're going to start with the Hornady Black. This is the 123 grain ELD match. This has been kind of a staple in the 6.5 Grendel world since it came out. A lot of guys shoot it. Really good BCs. And the best part about it is this stuff's affordable. You can actually afford to shoot this. And it's good ammo. Alright, 5 shots, 110 yards, fellas. Now I have to say the reset on this trigger is pretty much nothing. I mean, as soon as you let off the trigger, it is right there. Alright, let's try 5 of the Federal American Eagle. This is the 120 grain open tip match. We're going to try, see what we can do with this stuff here. 3, 4, 5 of these. Alright. 110 yards again. Alright, let's see here. Not terrible, not terrible. Alright, 5 of the 120 grain Federal Fusion. Again, this, I tell you, for you guys thinking about one of these Grendel pistols, I mean, as far as a use for one, obviously just dinking around, but this would make a great hunting rig for you guys that hunt. Paired with a load like the Federal Fusion, be a devastating hunting rifle, or hunting pistol, I should say, for you guys that are allowed to use them. Now, granted, being in pistol form, that doesn't mean that you can't SBR this eventually down the road if you decided to. With the pistols that are out today, I tell you, if these would have been out 2 or 3 years ago when I did my SBRs, I probably would have never done one. But SBRing your pistol is always an option if you want to pay the stamp. So. All right. Now lastly, let's try 5 of the gold medal match with the Burger bullets. This stuff's kind of hard to find, especially where I'm at. You either have to order it or know somebody that can get it for you, one of the two, but not many places carry this stuff. It's got the 130 grain hybrid OTM bullet. So let's see what 5 of these will do at 110. All right. All right, fellas. Put my ears down here. Let me grab the camera. Give you all a close-up of that trigger again as it's in the pistol. And get out of the light here. So it is a flat blade, Teflon coated. Like I said, guys, it is extremely, extremely smooth. Let's take a walk down. We're going to check out our target here. I got a feeling one of these triggers may be on your purchase list. I have to say, I was really excited whenever AIM offered one of these up for testing. I know, like most of you guys, I mean, we all like budget-friendly accessories, but we like budget-friendly accessories that work. A lot of good it's going to do if you save 20 bucks on something and it's a piece of junk. But I have to say, this is not the case, fellas. I have seen that trigger for less than $100 shipped, which honestly, for what you're getting, is pretty crazy. Granted, you do got to source a set of anti-walk pins, but you can get a decent set of those offline, anywhere from $8 to $12. So, let's see what we got here. Oh man, I have to say, guys, look at that. Yeah, guys, that's with a 12-inch pistol. And this has got to be the most gangly, awkward shooting thing off of a bench that I have probably ever shot. Trying to shoot with that brace is ridiculous, but that's that Hornady Black. That is insane. That is insane. That's a 12-inch pistol, guys. I have to say, I'm definitely satisfied with that. Here is the, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank again. That's the Federal Fusion. I do know that. That's the Federal Fusion, which is, I mean, that's not a super, super great group, but you got to understand, it's pulled into a fairly nice group and would be exceptional for hunting. There's the Burger. You know, those could have been me. I mean, I won't lie. This is definitely an awkward shooting gun. That little 3-shot group right there, that's not too bad. This was that American Eagle. Sorry about that. That was that American Eagle. I mean, still though, those 3 shots, I'd say this is probably a 1.5 to 2 MOA gun now. And just by way of reference, I did bring out the original target here that we shot as out of the box with that mil-spec trigger. So let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. So this is mil-spec trigger. There's that Hornady Black right there. Again, big flyer. The one we just shot, heck of a nice group. There's the American Eagle right there. There's the American Eagle today. There's that Federal Fusion, that hunting load. Now it pulled that load into one heck of a nice group. I mean, yeah, it's not, you know, super small, but it's a very nice cluster. That'd make for a great, great hunting round. Here's the Burger load. It still pulled that one a little bit closer than that. But I mean, you got to understand, guys, this is a 12-inch pistol. It's not really something designed to shoot for groups, but I was just curious to see what kind of accuracy it could get or potentially get. And as you can see, I mean, I would have to call this a 1.5 to probably 2, maybe 2.5, depending on load, MOA gun. And I mean, for what it is, that is awesome. You want to talk about one heck of a little hunting rig to keep in the back of your truck or something, and being in a pistol, you don't have to worry about it in the back of your truck. Always check your local laws, but a lot less headaches than it would be if you had like an SBR or something back there, trust me. But overall, guys, that AIM trigger, it definitely helped. That Teflon coating makes that pool just, I mean, it is really, really smooth. And the reset, like I said, it's pretty much non-existent. I mean, as soon as you crack that shot, I mean, it's right there again. So for less than $100, guys, I mean, wow. It is definitely something to take a look at if you're in the market for a maybe an entry-level match grade trigger. I'd have to say I'm probably going to get another one myself. So if you got any questions on this, post them up below, guys. Hit us up on the Facebook page. It's really easy to get in touch with me there. We are up on Patreon. If you feel inclined to donate, it is definitely a big help. And as always, shoot straight, fellas. Later.